too old for this.
Immediately following the disappointment that was the failed capture of Zora Magdaros, I immediately go towards a optional quest to hunt a Rathian. Now, there's been a few optional quests, well, like all the optional quests so far that I've done that I just haven't put in as footage because they've been boring. They've been either just slay some bugs, or collect some mushrooms, or deliver eggs. But going here on out, usually the optional quests sometimes will be monsters that we've not fought yet, so I'm going to put them in. And this Rathian, oh boy, this Rathian stings. Now, given the monsters we've fought before and how bullshit they have been with the additional statuses they have, such as the blast blight on the fucking fish and Baroth, and also the sleep also on the fish, I want you to take a moment and guess what possibly Rathian could have, because she has poison, like base poison with her tail attacks, which you can stop by cutting off her tail. So guess what else she may have, what other bullshit qualities, and I guarantee you might be wrong. Rathian's an interesting monster. If you know how to fight her in one game, you can fight her in pretty much any other game, because all of her moves are really similar. It's just that she has a tendency to choose one attack and just spam the fuck out of it. And the one I hate the most is what I refer to as the Rathian Charge, which other people probably also have similar names for it, but that's what I like to call it. It's where she'll just run back and forth constantly, and you can't even hit her because as soon as you get close to her, you'll just get her. Any monster, no matter how comfortable you are with fighting them and how well you think you know their moveset, can always just fuck you up. Hey guys, remember that question I proposed earlier of what extra layers of bullshit would this Rathian possibly have, as in like giving you status wise? Well, we have the answer, and if you guessed paralysis, you're correct. Why the fuck does she do paralysis? The worst part is she can just fucking walk past you and her powers of static electricity is enough to make you go paralyzed. That's a word, trust me. Eventually, after a hard-fought battle with the Queen of the Land and getting a tail break on her, we are able to capture her and end the quest with only one feint, and I feel like that's quite good considering how awful she is with her fucking paralysis. Heading back to camp afterwards, looking at her armor set, it is quite good. especially with the health boost. It's just a shame that the armor itself looks fucking dreadful, but I decide to farm a few Rathians so I can make the armor set. Eventually, after killing a bunch of Rathians, looking at the armor set, I am not a huge fan of it. So to compensate, I install a mod that lets me access the layered armor instantly, because I really don't want to be looking at this armor when playing with it, because I just hate how it looks. This is the armor I end up going with. It is some Jagras, some Kessadon, and some of the special hunter armor. I think this looks way much better than the Rathian equipment, and I'm happy to rock this for the rest of the at least low rank until I get better looking armor. After all that, I end up doing some event quests to get them out of the way, one of which being a dual hunt of a Puke Puke and a Tobikadachi, and the other one being two Anjanaths. The Puke Puke and Tobikadachi hunt wasn't very difficult. It was just a lot of just faff, just avoiding the bleed damage from Toby and the bad poison and also stunning ability that his poison shots have on the Puke Puke. However, the real problem was the two Anjanath hunts, because as you'll soon see, the two refused to leave each other.
Chance to escape. You're bound to get one.
Yeah, that battle was quite horrific, trying to dodge two fire-breathing T-Rexes. But surprisingly, it only took me one attempt and they were both felled. I'd say relatively easily. There was a lot of stress, but I got it and it wasn't incredibly difficult, which I am happy with. Finally, after doing some of those maintenance tasks, it's time to move on to the main story, and we've been asked to go to the Great Ravine, which is, if you remember, where we failed to stop Zora Magdaros. So going there, we see that Zora has ploughed right through it, and left behind a massive, like, hole in its wake.
We gotta be careful not to fall here. Think we're getting close?
Making our way through the crevasse, we come across a dazzling spectacle that is a landscape filled with coral and floating sea creatures, which is strange because we are nowhere near the sea. If anything, we're higher up than we have been before. This place is the Coral Highlands, and while beginning to explore, our handler most foolishly runs away, and that is when we get attacked by a mysterious flying wyvern. After a fall that probably should have killed us but didn't because we are hard as rock, we become unconscious and get rescued by a mysterious lady who drags us all the way back, all on her lonesome, to a new base camp area. We awaken in the research base that is helmed by the 3rd Fleet Commander, a broken down airship that was seemingly lost to the rest of the Commission after attempting to fly over the Great Wall that separates where we have been and the Coral Highlands. We are then tasked to go on an expedition where to finally set up a new sub-camp in the Coral Highlands, as well as site a Tsitsi Yaku, which is a cool looking, like, not a bird wyvern because he doesn't fly, animal that has flashbangs on his head. He's very cool. The best thing he does, he just walks up to you when you're fighting another monster, flashbangs both of you, and then leaves. After setting up base camp, we're then tasked to hunt a Paolumu for their ability to expand their neck so we can repair the airship and once again rise above everything and explore onward. The Paolumu was an easy fight and was felled within 9.5 minutes, and with that we could move onward to whatever the next task that was going to be given to us was.
Let's hurry back to the research base. I'm starving.
Okay, so I may have slightly forgot to hit record when starting this next mission, which was an expedition into the Rotten Vale, but the only thing you'll be missing before the footage starts again was I fought an Uragan, which is a big brute wyvern with bones all over it that also does bleed damage instead of the usual like stun that you'll do if it hits you with his face. It wasn't an awful fight, I did faint a lot, but it's a big expedition, so it doesn't matter. And the only other objective was to sight a great gyros, whatever, big lizard in the Rotten Vale, and with that completed we were able to just leave and go onward again.
Hey, partner, how about we head back to the research base and take a break?
After completing that objective, we go back to the research base and take flight. However, as it's come to be common knowledge, nothing goes smoothly, and we quickly get thwarted by that flying monster that attacked us earlier, that's being a Legiana.
Breathtaking. Raffinos. They look so free. So, what's the bottom of the veil like?
I could not say. Though we have learned much, what we have are mere facts, and not a single clue to what truth they add up to.
We know Zora Magdaros is heading there, but why?
The world is full of mysteries to consume us.
Yeah, and delicious mysteries to consume. Hey, I think I found something.
Let's set her down. Or not. As I thought. We have disturbed its hunting grounds. We should regroup.
And with that, our next target is acquired as we get told to go out and kill that beautiful, elegant creature. And that is what we do. Hey guys, you know how every monster has a bullshit also status it does? Do you want to take a wild guess at what Legiana does? It's also incredibly bullshit. It is fucking paralysis. Because Ice Bite is bad enough that, yeah, let's also have her do fucking paralysis. Because, God's sake, nothing is enjoyable. But eventually, after an excruciating nearly 20 minutes of fighting, the Legiana is captured and we can move on, and I can thankfully, hopefully, never have to fight another one again, or at least not until I get better gear, because it was awful. Immediately dropping into the lower parts of the Vale, we set out to track our Zora Magdaros parts that we've been looking for, because we've somehow lost the giant fucking walking volcano dragon, because why not? So, going down, we eventually find some evidence that Zora has been here somehow, and there's not a giant fucking hole in any given wall. But once again, we are thwarted by another monster wanting to cause some havoc and get in our way.
I know we've reached the bottom. But what happened to Zora Magdaros? There's no place else for it to go. I think we should split up and look.
Alright everybody, meet Clifford, the big rabies infected dog that will dance about you, give you a bajillion different ailments, and just laugh at you. He's an interesting fight. He's fun, but he moves about so quickly it can be quite hard to hit him. And I feel sorry for any like greatsword players or hammer players that need those time to wind up attacks, because he does not stop fucking moving. Oh yeah, and he also does paralysis, because why the fuck not? And I also think he also does fucking poison. So not only does he do bleed damage, he'll also paralyze you and also poison you. So while you're on the floor writhing in pain, you're bleeding out and currently dying due to poison, which is fucking fantastic. But eventually he does fall, because of course he does, because I am the GOAT. And with that we can cross another monster off on our list, making one less in the population and making it closer to being endangered and or extinct. And with that we're able to carry on the story and find out what else is going to happen in the Rotten Vale.